This video will show you how to sign up and create your account for Edmodo and how to join your group if you are using Edmodo for one of my courses either through Lake Erie or Notre Dame. First of all, this is what the Edmodo screen looks like. Edmodo.com is where you're going. You're going to click on I'm a teacher. And when you click on I'm a teacher, you can sign up. You just have to fill out all this information. Username, password, email address, title, first name, and last name. Your first name and last name is what's going to show up on your Edmodo page when you post. So you don't have to worry about what your username is. That's not what anybody else will see. They will see your first name, last name, and if you're going to use this through students, you do want to put in a title because it'll say like Mrs. Warsh. Once you fill all this stuff in, you can click and sign up and you'll be in. When you go to log in, you can put in your username. When you go to log in, you can put in your username or your email address to sign in. So I'm going to put in my email address and put in my password. And I'll log in. One thing I want you to check out, because Edmodo is going through a conversion from a new version to an old version. You want to see icons at the top of your page, not words. So if you don't see these icons, these little words, but you see the words like home, calendar, grades, you are in the old version of Edmodo and you want to switch to the new version. If you're in the old version of Edmodo and you see words, you should have a button over here that just says switch to the latest version of Edmodo. And that's the version you want to be in, because soon that's the only version you'll be able to see, and this video tutorial talks about using Edmodo in the new version. So once you're in, the first thing you need to do is join the group so you can see all the course information. So in your welcome email, there was a group code, and make sure you select the correct group code, because if you're in one of the Wacky Wonderful Website classes, in that welcome email it has 3 different group codes for 1, 2, and 3, so make sure you join the right one. You click on join right over here. This is where groups are. You click on join. You simply type in the group code that is given and click join, and it'll say you have successfully joined this such and such group. All group codes are lowercase, so if you put in an uppercase letter, it might not let you join. Once you've joined a group, it will appear over here underneath groups. And if you're taking more than one of my classes, to join another group, you just click join again and put in the next group code and click join. Once you're in one of my classes, I will get a notification that you're in my course. Now, to see the assignments for a course, when you click on a group, underneath will be another link that says Edmodo Assignments and Final Project or www Part 1 Assignments and Final Project, but you will not see this right away. I need to actually place you in the smaller group. So once you join the group, I'll get a notification. Now, I usually check my notifications at least once a day. So sometimes it will take a day or so for you to see the assignments and final project. But that's okay, because the information you need to start working on the course isn't in assignments and final project. I'll show you where it is. One thing just about navigating around Edmodo. When you first log into Edmodo, it normally defaults to the latest posts, which means any kind of post to any of the groups that you've joined. So when you first join, you probably won't see anything in here except for possibly a post from me from one of the groups that you're in. If you want to see the activity that just relates to one group that you're in, all you have to do is click on the group name, and notice up here it just says the group name, and this will have any kind of posts that have been just posted to this group. When you do see the Edmodo Assignments and Final Project and you click on it, this is where you see all the assignments related to the course where you're in. So if you're in the Google course and you click on, once you see the Google Assignments and Final Project. When you click on it, see how I can tell I'm in the Google Assignments and Final Project group, and here are all my assignments in order. And I can scroll down and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. Same thing works if you're in the WWW, one of those courses, the Wacky Wonderful Website courses. When you click on the main group, you can once again see up here what group you're in, any posts that have to do with the group, but the place you go to turn in the assignments is click on the smaller group name, and I will remind you, you will not see it right away because I have to put you in that group. If it's a couple days and you don't see this yet and you're ready to turn an assignment, send me a message just in case I overlooked putting you in the group, but I'm usually pretty good about it. And once again, like I said, here are the assignments. And this is where you actually turn the assignments. For more specifics about turning the assignments, watch the posting and the turning assignments video that appears in the resource folder, the Google resource folder if you're in that class, the Edmodo resource folder if you're in that class, or it's in the Wacky Wonderful website, the WW Part 1, 2, and 3 folders. And you're probably saying, well, how do I get to the folders? Well, all you have to do when you're in a main group, so I'll go back to my main group, not in the assignments, my big group that I joined. Up here you can see folders. I click on folders. Wacky Wonderful Website Part 1 has one folder. Inside this folder here's a tour if you want more information of a new version of Edmodo. Here is the video about posting questions and how to turn your assignments. And here's this video, the link to the video that you're watching right now. Also in here is how to use the course that you should pay attention to, directions if you don't want video directions, and here are all the lessons. So this is where you come in to the folder and you can click and see the lessons that you're supposed to do. So all I have to do is view a lesson. I can open it up and it actually downloads the lesson and I can open it up. And for the Wacky Wonderful Website courses, this is where you go through. You go through all the individual lessons. So they're all in here. If you're in the Google course, in folders, you have two folders. Class resources, the same thing with the videos, the same thing with the how to use the course. And I even gave you links and the syllabus and the assignments separately. But if you are in a Google course or the Edmodo course, you also want to watch the Google course presentations. These are the presentations that have the links to the tutorials that you want to view. This is all covered in your welcome letter. So I'll say this again. If you're in one of the Wacky Wonderful Website courses, there is only one folder. And inside the folder has the documentation, but also you want to go down and here are all the lessons, lesson 7, lesson 8, lesson 6, lesson 5. Go through the lessons in order. Download the document. Read through the lessons. The lessons have all the links to work through for all the assignments that you're supposed to do. The links to the website. In the Google one, I'll say it again, folders in Google and Edmodo, the resources are the information of how to use the course. The presentations are the presentations that you download to your computer and open them up, and they have all the links to the tutorials so you can learn all you need to learn about Google Docs if you're in Google, or if you're in the Edmodo class, here's the Edmodo presentations, all you need to learn about Edmodo. And there you go.